What's up, YouTuber Squad? YouTube here, and today in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my Nintendo Switch collection for 2017. Let me see if moving this over will improve. Now, just to let you guys know, this list is not final by any means. This is only for 2017. 2018 will have a lot more to offer. There's a new Yoshi game coming out next year, a new Kirby game, a new Pokemon. I think that's coming out next year. A new Street Fighter. That's definitely going to be something to look forward to. And some other games that I will be getting next year that I have released this year. But yeah. Also, so I have 11 digital copies and 3 I have 11 physical copies and 3 digital copies. So anyway, with that being said, let's get onto the list. So the first game we have right here is Game of the Year, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. And this game is a masterpiece. I mean, spoiler alert. I mean, it really shouldn't be a spoiler alert. You should have played the game. In this game, it's like a lot of the other Zelda games, but this one is like more open world than all the other Zelda games. Like, what you have to do is you have to get the Divine Beasts and then defeat Ganon. I mean, that's the short story. If you want the long story, go look it up. I don't really have time to explain it to you guys. But basically, long story short, this game's awesome. I just completed it, and if you're planning on getting a Switch, get this as your first choice. Anyways, so there's Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Next up, we have 1-2 Switch. This is pretty much just a textbook demo title that honestly should have came with the Switch itself. Only saying that because this game really isn't much of a game at all. It's pretty much just a game with a few mini games that only last about like a couple minutes. Honestly, this game should have. If you were to buy this game separately, this should have been at the very least like $20 or $10 in the eShop. I'm just saying. But yeah, recommend getting this game. I played all the mini games for it. I hope they'll come out with new ones for DLC in the future. But for now, this will be cool. So yeah, 1-2 Switch. Definitely get this if you have the chance. This is the very first Switch game I actually got. Breath of the Wild was the second one. Anyways, next up is ARMS. Now, in ARMS, as some of you may know, there's something like in here that I can't get out. Anyway, ARMS is about the Arms League, and more importantly, the fighters that participate in it. It says, extend your arms. Like, this game is pretty much just, like, different from your normal fighting game, where your arms are long and stretchy. It's kind of like Street Fighter, a little bit, but except it's kind of like in a 3D environment, and plus, it's different characters, plus the characters kind of relate to Street Fighter characters. There's Springman, which is to Ryu, Ribbon Girl, which is to Sakura, Ninja, which is to Ken, Master Mummy, Zangief, or Blanca, Kid Korba, I forgot what his name was, but Kid Cobra, to Vega, Twintella to Chun-Li, Min to Cammy. Can't believe I'm about to say this, but Helix to Dan Hibiki. I don't know who he would relate to as. And some other ones that I forgot who to mention. But yeah, this is ARMS. Definitely get this one for this Switch. I wouldn't call it a must-have, but it's definitely something that you should definitely get. Next up, we have one of the gifts I got for Christmas today, Splatoon 2. So if you played the first Splatoon, you pretty much know what this is. It's pretty much just like a port of the original Splatoon game, where you have to like cover the map with your most ink, and then there's a salmon run. It's kind of like a story mode to the game, if you will. And there's a bunch of like weapons you can use, and you can also use Amiibo for this. I plan to get my own Amiibo for this soon. But yeah, Splatoon 2, now, a little bit of backstory. I actually really did not like the first game because when I gave it a shot, I was like, what are you supposed to do? And I really didn't like it. But then when the Global Test Fire came, I was like, you know what? I didn't really try the game that much for the first time, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to try again for the second time, see how it is. And then it was awesome. So yeah, Splatoon 2 is definitely a must. It's definitely a must buy. So if you're looking for a shooter, first person shooter that's not Doom or anything too violent, then definitely go for Splatoon 2 because it's something to look forward to. Up next, we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, as you can guess, this was a port of the original Wii U title Mario Kart 8, and I am shaking right now because it's so cold. Anyways, that's besides the point. So this game pretty much includes all the downloadable content from the original version. It includes new characters, new items, and with the new replay feature that was just added on the Nintendo Switch recently, you can record your best moments. I should have just said that with like all these games themselves. Well, actually, not all of them. Only a few of them work with only some select games work with this. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If you haven't played the original, then definitely get this. But if you have played the original, but you like the original, then yes, you should also definitely get this. However, if you have played the original but haven't played it in a long time, then this really doesn't help you that much. So unless you didn't like the original version, definitely get this one because this one is definitely another must-have. Up next, we have one that actually won a lot of E3 awards. Plus, it was something that I really wasn't interested into, but once I tried it, it was really good. Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now, as you could probably guess, this is like an RPG type of game. It won over 50 E3 awards and nominations. And before you ask, yes, I could care way less about the Rabbids being in the game. But yeah, I really like this turn-based style RPG game. Plus, for those of you meme lords out there, Luigi can dab. Luigi made it confirmed that he can literally dab on him. But yeah. Also, the skin on this Pink Wabbit's case. Anyway, so Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, definitely a good go-to. It's not a must-have by any means, but it is a pretty good RPG game if you're a fan of RPGs. So if you're a fan of RPGs, definitely go for this one because it's really good. Up next, we have my favorite game of all time and probably one of the best Mario games to ever come. Super Mario Odyssey. When I first heard about this back on January 13th, because that's when I saw the thing itself. When I first saw the trailer on this back in January of 2017, I was like, oh my goodness. But once I heard it came out on the 27th, I was like, crap. I got to wait a full year. Not technically a full year. I only had to wait about like 10 months. Technically a full year since Mario Odyssey was kind of shown in the Switch reveal trailer, but only like a measly couple of seconds. So, Mario Odyssey, the best must-have on this thing. In fact, you know what? If you ever get a Switch, make this the first one you get. In fact, just play this one and don't even bother with the others. I'm kidding. Definitely play all of them. Well, not all of them, but definitely play some rather than just this. I don't want you to just get obsessed with this one. But yeah. In Mario Odyssey, Mario gets joined with Cappy, which I'm still mad at that he uses Cappy. If you haven't seen my WTF Cappy, you know why I'm laughing. He uses Cappy to take over other beings and... Shut up, nobody was talking to you. Anyways, so yeah. Mario and Cappy team up to go get Peach from Bowser, and you have to collect a bunch of moons instead of power stars or shines. But yeah, so definitely, and I literally mean definitely, get this as your very first one, along with Breath of the Wild too, because these games are the #1 hits. but Breath of the Wild is slightly more of a hit. But Mario Odyssey, king of games in my opinion. All right. Up next, we're gonna move on to another port. These next few ones are gonna be These other ones are gonna be kind of ports, like most of them are. But next up, we have Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 for the Nintendo Switch. If you played the original on the PlayStation 4, you'd pretty much know what it is. But for those of you who don't, and I didn't myself, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is a game where you have to restore the Dragon Ball timeline by becoming a time patroller. What you do is you make your own OC for Dragon Ball in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and then you have to do you have to go out on time patrol and finish a bunch of parallel quest time patrol missions to restore the Dragon Ball timeline. And you have to do parallel quests. There's a bunch of them, about like 125, I think that's what my brother said. Not AJ Arthur, but my older brother. He's already out of school, but that's besides the point. So if you like Dragon Ball and you like Nintendo Switch, definitely get this, because this game is pretty fun once you get the hang of it. It is a bit hardcore, but once you get used to it, you will adapt to the physics. Now this next one is kind of a rip-off of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, but for some reason. So next up we have Sonic Forces. Now, I only say a rip-off because you pretty much do the same thing here as you would have done in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. You make your own OC to go into missions. Freaking copycat. I'm kidding. I do like this game a lot more than Xenoverse 2. But I do still like Xenoverse 2. But that's besides the point. So Sonic Forces, I got the bonus edition, which came with the Switch case. It's over there. I'll show you that sometime. And yeah, so in this game, you play as Sonic, Sonic, and the custom hero, and you have to join the resistance / uprising to defeat Eggman's Empire and Infinite. The second best Sonic character in my opinion. Anyway, that's besides the point. So you have to go through, spoiler alert by the way, you have to go through 30 stages to defeat Infinite and Eggman and the rest of his empire. So definitely a good game. I mean, I did find this game pretty good, but a lot of people didn't really like the game. I don't really know why. I mean, I can see why, because the story is kind of it's a very basic story, and plus the game's kind of short once you get the hang of it. And plus, just like a couple days ago, you were able to unlock Super Sonic. I have played Super Sonic before, and he's pretty cool. But I haven't played with Super Sonic yet, so... Also, I don't know why there wasn't a super original the character. Like a super original. But yeah. So Sonic Forces, if you're definitely a Sonic fan like I am, definitely get this. If you're somehow disappointed, then what are you doing with your life? I'm kidding. You can have your own opinions on anything you want. Up next, we have Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers. This game marks nearly 10 years of the classic iteration of the original Street Fighter series. In this game, you can throw down as one of the original fighters in all new HD graphics, or you can choose the retro pixel art. And Ultra Street Fighter 2 introduces two brand new characters to the classic iteration of the series. Evil Ryu is coming in with merged into the Satsui no Hado, and M. Bison. I'm sorry. Let me refresh that. So Evil Ryu is coming in and merged with the Satsui no Hado, and M. Bison brainwashed his friend to become Violent Ken, bringing the roster up to 19 fighters. Being Ryu, Ken, Ihana, Chun-Li, Zangief, etc. And also, for a change of pace, the all-new way of the Hado mode lets you control Ryu and do a bunch of moves like Hadoukens, Shoryukens, Hurricane Kicks, Shiku Hadoukens, and block. So there's that to look forward to. Also, if you want to play the game portably, there's touchscreen options that allow you to control your character by just tapping the button on the screen. and you can take the fight with you on Nintendo Switch. So yeah, Ultra Street Fighter 2. Definitely a game to look forward to. Since if you don't, especially if you don't have a PS4 and you can't play Street Fighter 4 or 5. I mean, you can play Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS, but definitely get this one if you don't have a PS4 and can't play Street Fighter 5. This is the next best option to look forward to. And last but not least, for the physical collection, something that all y'all might not really like, but this is something I got because it entertained me. Just Dance 2017. Now, when I first played this game. Now, by the way, Just Dance 2017. I don't think any Just Dance has done this before, but it has a mode called Just Dance Unlimited, to where you can play songs from past iterations of the series. For example, like, you're able to play a bunch of, like, past songs. I don't really remember what they were, but, so yeah. Definitely, if you're into exercising in games, then definitely get this, but if you're not really into Just Dance, I don't really know what to tell you. Okay, so now we are on to the final 3 games that are digital. First up is Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is pretty much just a recreation of the 3 classic games, including Sonic CD. I mean, with the combination of Sonic's 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 / Sonic & Knuckles, and Sonic CD, really push its game to the limits on how good it can get. I mean, you can play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Sonic and Tails, Sonic and Knuckles, Tails and Knuckles. Hell, you can even play as Knuckles and Knuckles, memeing out their own game, I see. So yeah, Sonic Mania, definitely a game to look forward to. If you haven't played a Sonic game yet, then definitely go for this one as your first shot, as it's mainly one of the best ones in the series. The next one on the digital list is Rocket League. Now, Rocket League is one of the most popular games in this current generation. Now, Rocket League is a game where it combines a car simulator and soccer at the same time, and plus it also includes some other sports like basketball, rumble, drop shot, etc. The whole point of Rocket League is pretty much just combining sports with cars and other vehicles. And it also has a cross-network feature where you can play with people that own Rocket League on the Xbox One, PC, but unfortunately you can't play with PlayStation players because Sony just doesn't like that idea for some stupid reason. But yeah, if you haven't tried Rocket League yet, definitely do. It's a really good title. And my final Nintendo Switch game of 2017, and my final digital game that I got this year, is Human Fall Flat. Human Fall Flat is a game where you control this character named Bob, and you have to solve a bunch of different puzzles, or you can break the rules and do whatever you want. Like, say, you could either solve the puzzle, or see how much glass you can fill up in a cannon. That's like the craziest examples of what you can do. So yeah, if you haven't tried out Human Fall Flat, definitely get it. It's a really fun game. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like. If you disliked this video, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe we might be able to address your problem. Also, guys, let me know down in the comments below for question of the day. Which Nintendo Switch game did you get this year as your favorite? Mine, personally, is Super Mario Odyssey. And yeah. Also, guys, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button to become part of the YouTuber squad, and make sure you hit the bell to be notified when I upload another video. Also, make sure you check me out on social media. Quite active on those sites, I must say. And yeah. So thanks for YouTuber squad and newcomers for definitely watching this video like always. And we YouTuber out, y'all. Peace. And Merry Christmas.